we going?
I guess.
I'm going to introduce the show.
Let's spark up.
What's staying in? I'm confused.
Nothing. Okay, on the exhale, I'm going to introduce the show.
Do it. You need to light it at the same time. You need to do a little lighting thing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast with Louie and Preston. My name is Louie.
My name's Preston.
We are reporting once again. Oh, I'm Louie. And we are at the trap house again. You know who's in the studio with us today?
In the new.
Pierce, Killer Whale. Pierce, Eminem Wells.
Yeah.
I be screaming Slim Shady till I die.
So tell me, Pierce, why is it that you like Eminem so much?
Okay. You cannot put that on me.
Honestly, though,
You just put that on air.
that's a great question.
Yeah, let's do a deep dive into this.
Let's get to the root of the
Why
problem.
would
Pierce-
you put that on air? Now everyone's gonna know I'm an Eminem fan, and now I'm gonna get roasted.
You lost all of your street credibility, one fell swoop. For the purposes of Pierce's career, that was satire, but we're still going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because
Satirically.
no joke,
Everything
Pierce,
from here on out is not true.
no joke, Pierce talked about Eminem lyrics for the 15 minutes preceding the show. And me and Preston didn't even egg it on, but
Yeah, it was
still
pretty
didn't
unprompted.
stop it.
He was pulling up
you guys-
bars.
You guys ever be talking to somebody and by the fifth, whoa, that's crazy, they're still talking?
Hey, you're slandering me right now.
I'm just talking in general, bro. I'm not even talking about you. You're usually pretty good at knowing when nobody gives a fuck what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
That is a skill.
That is a good skill to have.
You know how important that is? As podcasters, if we didn't know when to do that, this show would be even worse than it already is.
Yeah, for real.
I like the humbleness. It makes me like you more.
Relatability, you know.
Welcome back to the best podcast in the world.
So wait, you know what I'm really confused about right now is why the fuck I didn't make an intro for this season.
I am too.
I had no idea the fucking new season was starting.
It's season 8. It's
You,
crazy.
you guys see how diffusal of responsibility works?
How was I supposed to know? Dog, you wanted to...
No, wait. It's not an indictment on you. I'm being so dead ass. Preston's like, yeah, I'm confused about that too. Motherfucker, you could have done anything to make that
Could have
happen.
done just as much as you.
And I'm the producer, so the responsibility is on me. But also, I'm not making the fucking intro.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking producer.
All right.
What do you want me to do?
Bro, okay, so what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen here? So
You're gonna make one, and then when we add it, you're gonna come on the pod.
If you don't make
Or
one
I
by
can fuck up.
Thursday, I'm gonna be
I'm
singing.
not gonna make one by Thursday. I can tell you that right now.
That would be nuts.
I am going to make the intro for this podcast.
No, see, I can't have that happen.
Give me the breakdown.
I'll just turn a beat I've already made. What the fuck?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I can't let that happen, Louis. Relax.
It's gonna be the first vocal intro.
Give me a little tutorial.
Yeah.
You know, let me see.
The show's gonna come on, and there's gonna be bird chirping noises, and I'm gonna say
Hey,
me 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 me.
bro. So wait. Do y'all need some atmospheric
We could-
intros?
We can get atmospheric in this bitch.
Okay. So for those, oh no, we can't.
Yeah,
say
'cause
it.
we got the mini fridge.
There was supposed to be a surprise, a special new addition to the intros that I don't want to discuss on the podcast.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Lou
cut
knows
that
what I'm
out.
talking about. I don't think you do though.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he does.
Do I?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I forgot.
You probably okay. Well, it's not. It's the most amazing thing ever.
Okay.
But that's why I didn't do it yet because Louis said that you were gonna be there. You wanted to be there. For
Yeah, I
that.
do want to be there.
So what the fuck do you want me to do? How's this happening?
It's a good question.
Okay, so this week, next week, it's only Monday. And I'm not, this probably isn't going to get done by Thursday. If we're really trying to do something crazy, you want some atmospheric?
We can talk about it off the show.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Okay, but I guess for the fans, we'll just let them know something special is coming. Something special is coming.
Fire.
So what do you guys want to talk about today? Preston's question of the day.
I got what would be your last meal. It's funny because earlier you were joking about we're about to be like King of the Hill in here. Just sipping on some brewskis, chilling.
Except Louis. He's not
Yeah,
sipping
it's
any
fucking-
blue cheese.
Sober ass.
Are you like not drinking? Oh, never mind. You already told me why. Never mind.
Empty calories.
Fuck you guys.
I
You know
didn't-
I'm fucking right.
I didn't say anything. That did not.
It may sound
You said
gay.
you guys. You said you guys. I didn't say anything.
Giving Pierce in trouble. Popping a Zine.
That was a clean.
That was crisp.
So Pierce, you can answer the question
For a second, I
first.
thought that was the couch.
So wait, did you already ask it? I didn't even hear.
I said, "What would your last meal be?" That was on an episode of King of the Hill. That's why I have the idea.
What would your last meal be? Okay, so I've thought about this sometimes. You know they don't do it anymore, by the way.
Really?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. But anyway, so I've thought about this. I you can go one of two ways. You can go for like the staple, the one that will never miss, or you go for some lavish.
Yeah, you know,
Something you never.
some lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, some caviar.
It's hard. It's tough.
Yeah, but what if you don't like the shit?
Well,
Then,
you wouldn't
yeah,
get it.
that's
Why the-
pointless,
You wouldn't
but-
get that. So I think I
Just
have.
stick it to the man and make him blow a bag on your last meal.
Yeah, and I think here's the thing. The reason they stopped doing last meals is because of how like specific they would get.
Yeah.
But if we're letting anything go, I would probably do. So I just had Valentine's Day dinner with my girlfriend, and
Yeah.
what our tradition is. Shut the fuck up, Louis. So what the tradition is, is that we always have a steak dinner,
Nice.
and the way we cook it is, you just cook it like a steak. Whatever the fuck it is on the cast iron,
probably-
4 minutes each side or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
And
probably
you
a
put-
go-to for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you
for
put it
sure.
on compound butter, and you do
Yeah.
it with like garlic and herbs. It's so good. I would either have that, and that's for me. That's fancy.
Yeah, but that's also one of those
Steak
things
is
that
fancy.
like you eat it
Steak
and it
is
feels
fancy.
like a luxury.
Yes. So
Yeah, steak's not an everyday fucking thing,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that makes it a luxury.
So
in my
for
opinion.
me, it would either be that or it would literally be street tacos. Because street
Fair
tacos is my favorite food of all time, and it will never miss. I could eat every day
Yeah.
until I die.
Here's a joke that I heard that I don't think I'm going to be able to top about the last meal. Daniel Tosh, who's a really bad, edgy comedian that I liked in middle school,
Okay.
but he said that you might as well get like some burritos when it's about to be your last meal, because if you motherfuckers are killing me, you're gonna have to clean up some
Literally.
shit. Some
No, that's
fucking shit.
literally what happens.
And that is an ultimate fuck you from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
One last,
I think-
fuck you guys, man.
I think that describes what you would do for your last meal. Like if you do that, that really describes who you are as a person. Because I don't give a fuck how other people feel. I
Yeah.
care about how I feel.
But-
I want to feel good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Realistically,
Some, quality, go out with a bang. Because even if I just wonder why it's last meal over like anything else, like of any other experience that you could have.
last nut.
Yeah, literally. Like, why the fuck is food just that important? Especially when you're in prison, like you're eating fucking gruel.
Yeah.
For years on end, possibly.
This shit makes me depressed, but I think
A fucking
we should
street
move
taco
on.
would be a fucking delicacy at that point anyway. I might just have to stick with the street taco.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry to think about corporal punishment right now and just how fucked up it is. And how fucked up it is that
Bro.
it's like,
Bro, this is why I didn't hit the jizz, bro.
we're about to
Get
fucking-
too deep.
We're about to
hit the jizz.
the prison guard is literally like, we're about to fucking kill you,
Yeah.
but hey, as a favor to you, because I'm such a nice guy,
Yeah, or the
whatever
warning
you want,
also, yeah.
I'll get it.
But isn't that a good
okay.
thing though? Isn't that showing like a shred of humanity though?
Maybe can I
Questionable.
eat not getting killed?
Can I eat the antidote to the lethal injection?
Yeah. My last meal is life.
Yeah, that
Dang.
shit makes me sick.
Dang. That's a bar.
I think it's crazy because there
is
are also
life.
people who've been like, I want to eat a pitted olive so that it grows a tree where I'm buried. And it's like,
They don't
bro,
bury you, they cremate you.
yeah, you're getting cremated if you're in fucking the prison morgue.
Yeah.
They're fucking, you're not getting buried, bro. You're
I don't know.
tripping.
Do they have to legally abide by wills? Like, how does that work?
I doubt it. I seriously
I
doubt
have
it.
no idea.
Or if you don't have a will, which most people in that system probably
I wasn't even joking, bro. This shit makes me fucking sad. Let's
Just
stop
tell me
fucking
what your
talking
last
about
meal
it.
would be.
Louis, bro.
The question I feel like would
Louis,
be,
bro.
Have a
fuck
beer.
you, bro.
Are you vulnerable right now? Because we can chillax.
Yeah.
We'll change the subject.
Is that not a fucking depressing ass topic? Fucking getting murdered.
Relax. I just said we could change the topic.
Like, am I fucking wrong here?
Can we change the? We'll just change the topic. It's okay.
Hey, Pierre. Here's a fact about corporal punishment.
Louis, whatever.
There is no standardized way to kill people. There's no
that is
poison that they have. So what they do, they just inject a bunch of shit in you and hope that it fucking kills you.
Yeah, no.
There's no science. There's no science behind it because there's no doctors behind it.
Yeah.
Because that's against the Hippocratic oath.
Yeah.
Of, like,
do no harm. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine fucking getting injected with some shit and you're not dying and you're just
It's crazy.
Suffering and shit.
It's not funny you're saying this, but you're saying this. I watched a video on this where it's like, you would think that as technology gets better, corporal punishment or the death penalty would be more humane. It'd be the technology would go up with the times.
I think there's a very predictable reason of why that's the case though. Because
here's some crazy shit though. Sorry.
No, it's usually people who are like no reform, just punishment for the prison system. So realistically, it's like, it kind of makes sense that they're medieval on people.
But here's some crazy shit. Here's some crazy shit though. The guillotine would legitimately be more
humane than what the fuck they do. Yes.
The shit they've.
Absolutely.
If anything, it's become more fucking evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The guillotine looks bad,
I think it's valid that it fucking makes me sad to think about.
I agree.
And talk about. Even tangentially.
Honestly, I think it is probably the second worst system in our world because it's like the military-industrial complex and then the prison-industrial complex.
Yeah.
Because both of those are like equally man-made horrors beyond my comprehension type shit.
Y'all know what my last meal would be though. I would get some pizza.
Dude,
really?
You know what?
That's my
What
shit.
kind of pizza? Where from?
That's a good question.
No, that's the question.
Yeah, if you're saying pizza, like,
you
I have to know what kind of fucking pizza. Because in my head, I'm just like, damn, this man wants Papa John's for his last meal.
No.
You best not say PJs, homie.
He's gonna be like, did somebody say pizza party?
Nah, give me some Boom Bas, or get me some parlor pizza.
Parlors?
Or...
Parlor was fire, bro.
Yeah. Just like
some
whatever the
some
best
good
shit is.
soft crust with that crunch on the outside.
Some Impellizeris. Give me some
top
fucking
tier
Impellizeris.
sauce. We do have good fucking pizza in the city.
Hey, Impellizeris for Louisville. That's why you get Impellizeris.
My teacher is sister to the person who owns it.
That's a crazy connection.
Before she got married, her name was, that was her last name.
Impellizzeri?
Yeah.
That's actually sick that that's like actually their name because I feel like
it's a hard ass name.
Yeah, but also I feel like in a lot of like, if you're doing a pizza place, if you're doing whatever the fuck, you gotta just go with something that sounds right. And so motherfuckers are really out here just like
making up their name.
Spinelli's.
Is that not a name? I'm
sure I doubt that.
Mr. Spinelli. I bet
it's gotta be a name. It's gotta be a name. This is the only thing you can do.
Okay, Mr. Gaddy's.
Okay, but that's
definitely a fake name. What about
Gaddy's?
May you Chuck E. Cheese? Is your name Chuck E. Cheese? No? Shut the fuck up then, bud.
Senpai Chuck E. Cheese.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, is it Sin or Sin? Senpai.
Senpai.
I think it's Senpai.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
If you all didn't notice, I definitely smoke too much weed.
I can tell. It's okay.
Boy, we're
all here with you.
You hit the jizzler like twice, bro. This is insane.
Nah, I'm feeling the hot box in here too, honestly. I was predicting, you can see the fucking smoke in here.
You know.
There's just a little bit.
That's pretty dope. I might be a little high too.
Good.
I don't think so though. I don't drink until after my fights.
Yeah. So
I can't tell if it's...
You could be feeling the beer.
Yeah.
You could be feeling a little contact. Who doesn't love a little
contact?
Bro,
you know who's caught in a million contact highs? Is fucking J. Cole. You don't know how many times he said he's caught in a contact? I wish... I need to make a video about that. There's at least like 4 or 5 times where he says he got a contact high.
What if he's talking about the same time though? What if he's talking about one time that he got a contact?
No, it's hilarious because there's a lot of this like conjecture around weed consumption where it's like, well, I didn't inhale. Or, you know, I was just around people, so maybe I got a little contact high. But honestly, that was my first experience smoking, was definitely just, like, I didn't know how to inhale properly because I was fucking dumb. And so I literally just was, like,
I
sucking
never
the roach,
understood that.
blowing that smoke out.
What were you smoking like a cigar?
I didn't know. Yeah, basically. But, you know, I was just, like, not aware that I had to, like, inhale it or how to inhale it. And that seems to be the case with, like, friends that I have that don't really smoke, is, like, I have to give them a fucking walkthrough every time I have them over, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna get you a little sparked up.
That is funny. I've never understood that, but I've definitely been around people that...
And then I was in a basement the first time I was smoking, and even though I wasn't inhaling, I definitely was getting a little toasted.
Yeah.
Because I was just smoked out.
Y'all finna make sure that I never get a job.
We can... Dude, you can cut this all out. I understand.
We can start over.
But,
Fuck it. I have 30 minutes.
Did I tell you
35.
that story about the person at the old place that I worked at? So my boy still works at...
What, your tax job?
Yeah, this accounting firm. And he's tight with, like,
So
this director who he basically works under. And he, I guess, mentioned to her that I had a podcast. And this was long after I worked here, so there would have been no consequences for it.
Yeah.
But I had to change the description recently.
I saw that.
Because what it used to be was, this podcast has the same feeling as getting stoned with your friends.
Except
we're your friends.
Which is accurate.
And I felt
Are
like
you like trying to prey on lonely people? I'm playing. Sorry, just keep going.
Pause.
But I had that in the description, and so she looked it up one time, the director at this company.
Nice.
And my unnamed friend.
Mysterious friend.
But hey, this is why you need to start bleeping. Bleep that out. That makes it so much more funny.
Yeah. Because you already.
I'm gonna bleep it.
Wait, can you say so much more?
You guys are making this so hard to get through this like 2-sentence story. It was already hard getting through this 2-sentence story, and
so they found the description of the podcast.
So she looked it up when he was in the room, and she saw something in the description, and they're like, "Oh."
Fucking hell.
And he told me that, not knowing that that's probably what it was.
Have you had issues with this? Getting hired?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
I haven't really been looking.
I never even thought about that. Did you? So, you don't usually talk about smoking though, right?
We usually stick to topic.
That's. I feel like we're pretty safe 35 minutes into the episode, cause my fucking friends and family don't listen to the fucking shit. Why would some manager get slogged through?
I feel like the point
minutes?
where this is big enough that I would worry about such a thing, I would also stop caring about such a thing.
Yeah, that is true.
You know?
But that would lock you into a certain lifestyle, though. I mean, if you're okay with it, you're okay with it. But
Being a podcaster.
Yeah. That is one weird lifestyle. Like, I was literally just thinking about this on the way here, where I don't, to the point, like, I've posted about this podcast, but, like, I'm not, it's kind of weird, because that is kind of, like, almost like a jump in your professional life to be like, I am a part of this podcast, or not even a part, but I'm associated with this podcast. And people really do, like, if they don't know you and they're trying to figure out who you are, like, like a really good, like, business person would find this podcast because it's on yours Instagram.
I mean,
it's not like your podcast Instagram is separate from, like, you have it attached.
It's a question though of how much people fucking give a fuck, you know.
That's true.
And I feel like the most someone would give a fuck about is 30 minutes into the show.
That is true.
If you're a busy motherfucker, you're not listening to 30 minutes of this fucking bullshit just to see if there's any obligatory...
You know what they might do, though? They might just say, oh, he's a podcast, I'm not.
But it's also like, why would people even care? I feel like, if anything, this podcast should bring value to me in the workplace because it's something that makes me different. It makes... it means that... I can do stuff with longevity. I can work on things with longevity and improve over time. If you're
a boss who likes podcasts, if you're not though, like let's say like, you know, they might associate it with like, oh, you do podcasts, what do you like, Joe Rogan? Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
I'd call it a hobby.
So some people would either they'd either be like, oh, hell yeah, that's cool. Like, so with my boss, with me fighting, like, that can be an issue in some workplaces. My boss loves it. I'm kind of in the fitness industry anyway, so it kind of ties in. But there are definitely some places that are like, bro, like, you can't come in here with a black eye, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I feel like...
And you can't even fault them for that, because it's like, even though that's
just
crazy...
Like if I ever have a black eye and I'm talking to a client, I have to be like,
hey, I fight.
because and even just saying that, like, just being like, hey, I'm a fighter, like, that throws a lot of people off. Like,
because it changes the perception of you instantly.
And I've never had any.
That's interesting, because I never thought about that.
Yeah, because you'll tell people like 100% of the time so far. I haven't met with, like, I don't have like hella clients. I haven't met with a lot of people or anything. But I haven't had any issues with it, but I'm sure there's got to be...
There will be somebody...
that's going to be like, I can't do, like, that's, what are you, weird? Like, that's aggressive.
Or maybe just intimidated in a certain way.
That's true, for sure.
In fitness specifically, you know, there's somebody who might feel like, I don't know how to be around knowing that about you.
It's got to be different in different industries.
Or interact with you like
that. Because, like, if Pierce wanted to be, like, a receptionist or something at, like, an office or something.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there
and you got a fucking black eye. That's way different than you're in a gym and you have a black eye. And you can say, hey, I got this doing athletic thing, and I'm your trainer. And that's kind of something you said before that,
and that's a better way
that could help you. Like those goals can be intertwined. For sure.
And dude, and that's why I really like my workplace too, because of how chill my boss with it. He's been to both of the fights I had here in town.
That's cool, man.
So it it's one of those things. And I've always been I like these kinds of things because I've always been kind of a polarizing person to people.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm okay with having that filter, where it's like, I immediately know if you're cool with it, like, because I have to, it's something where you just have to say it. You have to be like, all right, look, I'm a fighter. And it immediately, you have to pick right then and there if you are okay with that.
You're so cool.
Thank you.
So I do have to say that if you look up either of our names, the podcast does not come up. If you look up Highly Suspicious, we're under the cover of the My Morning Jacket song, Highly Suspicious. But if you look up Highly Suspicious Podcast, it comes up.
On Google?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
But those are the circumstances. I like that.
What do you think?
I like those odds.
Yeah,
what do you think would be worse for a workplace if you had a popular podcast or unpopular podcast?
Like I said.
Because I think... I think...
They might tell you can't do it, like if they actually really want you for the job.
I think, but think about it from that perspective. Like, if you had a bunch of followers, that could be, a
That'd
benefit
be more
to
it depends on the company.
A brand, a company, because if you're using, that's a platform they can use for advertisement. So they might not even fucking need you to
work,
do things. You're a fucking podcast.
You're an asset.
As opposed to having a smaller podcast like we have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just press play and heard us saying incendiary shit,
true.
That's the thing. Like,
I understand where you're coming from.
It varies episode by episode, but they could click on the
wrong
anti-government
episode.
one. They could click on the one where we talk about
depends on the
anarchism.
I think that we're like-minded, and so I hope you would agree that it doesn't matter long-term, because I'm sure we both just want to work for ourselves anyway.
Yeah. For sure.
And so in that case, it's like, you have to care about people's opinions to some degree, but if you are also, like, being successful entrepreneurially, then you also will get to a point where you don't care about those people's opinions, and you just want to be working with people who fuck with it, Like somebody would be like, oh, that's dope, you have a podcast. Oh, something I can chill and smoke to? Something I can, like...
I gotta tell you, so...
I've told people that, and they've said that's appealing to them because that's when they like listening to podcasts. Is like chilling around the house, and they gotta do, like they're cooking or something, like a project at the house, and it's like I just want somebody like talking in the background, something I can laugh at, something lighthearted, or you're driving long distance is the other situation where people listen to podcasts, and it is nice to just kind of have something to put on.
For
and
sure.
just chill to.
Yeah, I feel like that's when most people listen to it for sure.
And I do want to be more engaging over time, and honestly,
I wish we had more interactions with people
For sure.
listening to the show, because a lot of time all I get is, so you have a podcast, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Which is cool that people even
I got a flyer
know that I have
drawn
a
up.
podcast. But I had an interaction with somebody last night. Shout out to Raekwon. But I started talking with him, and he was like, bro, so I heard you talked about the Super Bowl on your podcast. Do you think that, that it was all a conspiracy?
Nice.
And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, I don't know. And he was like, you need me to watch the podcast.
Yes. The answer is yes.
A lot of times we don't definitively say one way or another.
I think it's because we do a good job of like looking at both sides, and so we're entertaining different ideas, and I like leaving it open to audience interpretation because that leaves more room for interaction.
Pierce, we haven't even said anything about your fight. Is there anything you want to say about it? It was an exhibition, so wasn't anything on the record books. Just almost a sparring thing.
Yeah.
Not really though. I
Have
feel
you,
like more aggressive than a sparring thing.
Yeah.
Last time you were on, you said you were trying to put on some mass.
I did not, dude, put on mass. Yeah, dude, it's fucking...
It's hard.
It's
It's
hard
fucking hard.
Yeah, dude, with the amount of cardio I do,
Damn. Yeah.
like, it's like I have to eat so much food. It's just not worth it.
I live a pretty relaxed lifestyle, and I still have to eat like 3,300 calories to fucking gain weight.
Yeah, it's
At a substantial rate, not at over the next fucking year.
I'll give you all some.
some weight.
I'll
A
give,
little lipo
I'll
here
give
and
it to you in a Ziploc bag.
Louis, I thought you were trying to keep jobs.
there.
Yeah, I mean,
Louis into the black market.
yeah. Oh yeah. Louis. Oh wait, we're not talking about that anymore. I think that got cut out. Let's talk about Louis' accusations. Oh, I'm playing. Louis is not
Genocide.
Louis is not in trouble in the law at all.
Never has been. Never will be.
Never will be.
Facts. No record.
Bro.
Fuck you talking about?
Dude, if any employer listened to us, bro, they just have to scroll 5 minutes in any episode, bro. You're fucked.
There's some bunny
You are
shit.
fucked. There's no way. There's no way.
I'm the more problematic one on here, so I think you'll get the clear if they actually listen.
But yeah, I'm standing on business. That's the fucking. That's the fucking.
That's the fucking.
That's the result.
Name of the episode.
That's the result that I've come up with. If you don't want me because I express my opinions on a show that I'm very proud of, then I don't want to work for you, bro.
Yeah.
I want to work for myself fucking
Yeah.
anyways. But someone's gonna fucking hire me with a podcast.
Fuck you, Mr. Corporate Man, who doesn't want to hire me because I have a sick podcast.
Shit is different now, bro.
Yeah.
I knew someone, one of my friends from high school, they're doing like fucking like business podcasts.
Sick.
Like shit on fucking leadership and shit
Yeah.
like that. And that is totally like a resume thing.
Yeah. A little side project.
That's
outside of work.
complete-
I might cut that out because she might fucking listen to this. But
And you just shouted them out.
but,
Oh no.
But that's some real shit though.
Yeah. Work with
You
people
know,
that actually like
he-
fuck with what you're already doing and what's genuine to you.
Yeah, but that's different though because that's a business podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna censor who I am for a fucking company. It's 2024.
Hey,
I don't believe in that.
They might legalize weed in Kentucky. And
Yeah,
we
and-
could go into that industry because that's a whole thing.
But
And
it's already
it'd be a growing market
decriminalized.
for the
It's already decriminalized, so I feel like
at least in mobile.
it's one of those things where it's like, who gives a fuck?
I
You
think
know
it's
what I mean?
The state of Kentucky's possession is decriminalized.
Jefferson County has a like 20% of the population smokes and drinks excessively.
What?
I saw a statistic that showed counties in America that have 20% of the population drink excessively or like smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Jefferson County is one of them. It's the only one in Kentucky.
Louisville is one of those counties for sure.
But we have like dry counties in our state and shit.
Shout out to Air Devils. I love my Air Devils. They're the coolest people there, bro. Like,
Louis a dive bar, man. That's just crazy.
Dive Bar Man. That sounds like a song name.
Sounds
Bar
like a-
Man.
That sounds like a band name.
Yeah,
That'd
that's
be
like
sick.
that's like a Billy Joel song.
Dive Bar Man. That's gonna be the fucking intro you guys watch. Dive Bar Man, original country song by
Lou Greg.
Bro, doing AI.
Little Gregoire.
Little Greg.
Doing AI Billy Joel song called Dive Bar Man.
No, I don't believe in that.
ChatGPT can't hurt you. ChatGPT isn't real.
The 21st century, I feel like shit's changed so much. I think people have more rights now. Workers have more rights to
We have had
be
a strong
fucking human
union
beings
comeback.
and not literally, censor their whole lives to be this cute little corporate image
Mm-hmm.
so that they don't get fucking fired. That's how they make people fucking conform, bro.
Facts.
Not to sound like some idiot podcaster in my basement, but
Yeah, because you're in my basement.
that's how fucking people conform. That's the base level of it, if you think about it.
For sure.
Yeah, but there's not necessarily implicitly something wrong with conforming.
I don't think so. I think so. Cause the only way culture is moved forward, culture, fucking technology, everything. It's for people innovating and not
Going
conforming.
against, yeah.
And not saying, hey, Mr. Bill Gates, can I please have a job, please? Can I do the 1000th update to something that's already good?
So, but like pedophilia isn't accepted by society.
That's different.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
know it.
That doesn't...
I mean, but it's
That's
still
different than non-conformity.
it's the same vein of like though not being complicit, where it's just like, oh, I'm not gonna, even if it's just like something like selling hard drugs, where it's
For example,
like you're saying like I don't care that it's illegal to sell fentanyl, but I'm gonna sell it because it makes me money,
I think
no one's saying do shit that doesn't conform just to do it. I'm just saying that conformity
is
isn't
overrated.
good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's bad though either, because how many people don't do something that's bad for society because they're conforming? A lot, probably, right?
I guess.
Now, granted, that comes with the downfalls of it, that less people are willing to innovate. But, I mean, we're always going to have those innovators anyway.
How do you feel, Preston?
And think about how weird all the innovators are.
Yeah.
Those are some weird people.
And
As one
a
of them,
a good chunk of them aren't good people,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Oppenheimer, we watched that movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Throw back to last season.
Social Network. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Fucking awesome
Honestly,
movie.
It's one of those where an actor's acting their ass off so hard that I actually dislike them.
But like
afterwards.
Zuckerberg, not really a good person. Not like fucking Hitler or something, but
definitely a scumbag.
A weird little asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if the conformist mentality has gotten us to where we are today, which is everyone just wants to maintain the status quo. Everything is fucked up, and everyone just wants to be like, whatever the government does, I'm sure that they're gonna do something to make this better.
Mm-hmm.
How many people do you know that think like that though?
A lot of people do it implicitly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't say that. A lot of people imagine that they are free thinkers, but I think that everyone just kind of going about their business and buying into a lot of the bullshit, which is, voting, which is, paying taxes, which is everything.
Honestly, though,
everything that we fucking do.
I mean, people pay taxes because they don't want to go to prison. I don't even.
Right. No, exactly. Because I was about to say, if I could get away with it,
Bro,
I would not pay taxes.
No one would
I
pay
know my
taxes.
money's not going to shit that I fucking want or need.
Yeah, but the reason why we're at this point where if we don't pay taxes, we go to fucking prison. If we don't vote, we get scrutinized by it. The reason that we got into this place is because 100 years ago, people conformed and people just kept doing it. And they were able to keep doing it because no one stopped it from fucking happening when it started happening.
Yeah. But here's the thing,
The conformist mentality has gotten us into this position.
People were agreeing upon it, though, because they wanted something. They like, so let's say you're a community and you decide to form whatever government. You're forming a government. I mean, because think about it, bro. No matter what, people are going to form some sort of law and order, right? No matter what.
And I think that's good to some degree. It's good in theory of like organization of human beings.
Yeah.
And some people really do need to be conformist. Like,
also,
some people
collectively
are hard to themselves and
pooling our resources, that should be a good thing. Just logically, we're all logical motherfuckers in this room. Just like we did with the build your own six pack. Everyone throws in money. You buy two, and I buy two. That's fucking collective pooling of resources for efficiency's sake. You know what I mean? How often do we do that with shit like that? Everyone throw in for a 30 rack and we'll drink the 30 rack.
Yeah.
Imagine if you went to the store and bought individual cans for yourself.
But that
like
30
a fucking schmuck.
That 30 pack is a perfect example of what I'm getting at, right? So, let's say we all buy a 30 pack, right? we all throw in, the same amount of money, right? Preston drinks more beers than I do, right?
Yeah, as I do.
But for the sake of conformity and for the sake of the fact that I don't want to have a fucking argument, I don't get mad because $2, the difference of beer that he drank, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because you also had plenty of beer.
Yeah.
But multiply that by $1 trillion. Multiply that
by the
shit by $1
15%
trillion
of my paycheck that comes out for taxes.
And multiply the amount of people by 500,000. Because how many people are in the United States? Like 1 billion?
Yeah.
So,
in the United States,
it's
not
just,
a billion.
It's just a bigger scale.
More.
Dude, no, 1 billion, bro. This may be 400 million. Maybe. It might be a little higher than that.
U.S. population.
Bro, it's not a billion.
I don't know.
It's not a billion.
It's 331.9 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was 2021.
Nah.
Thank you, Pierre. But all I was saying was it's on a much bigger scale, because we are homies. That $2 doesn't mean a fucking thing because theoretically one day you'll get that back. One day you'll drink $2
True.
But on the bigger level, why it's fucked up, like that terrible J. Cole song says, we don't have an app to allocate where our taxes go.
Or we live in a democratic society, but we don't get a fucking vote on what that shit's spent on.
So,
it goes to the military-industrial complex.
Well, so we do get a vote. It's just very fucking hard to actually...
Well, there would have to be policy that's really about...
But here's the thing.
You have to vote about that representative.
Both parties want to give more money to the military. No one...
Yeah, it's just what font do you want?
Okay, Pierce. It's 5:01. It is rush hour, so I don't know if you... Gotta be there by 5:30.
I do.
But if you do, you should probably...
I have one last thing to say. So, for the sake... So, we're buying that 30 pack. I know you're saying multiply by a trend and all that. I understand. I do. But so, I don't get mad over those $2 for the sake of conformity. But it's all under the agreement that we're not going to have any fucking beef going on, right? Like, nothing serious is going to go down over this 30 rack.
Yeah.
It's all good times.
So, that only works.
You ever had a bad experience on a 30 rack? No.
That only works. See, that only works though if we all like if we want that guaranteed protection of okay, me and Preston aren't gonna fight. You have to not care.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people
relinquish control.
Yeah, because
and that's part of
if they need
conformity,
protection,
yeah.
if they need protection, they're gonna do it. That's the whole agreement that people have with governments, bro.
Yeah.
Is that you are agreeing upon, okay, we aren't gonna
giving
get
up certain
yes.
rights for guaranteed rights.
Yes, so we're not gonna get fucked with as much if we all agree upon this thing.
Next week on the podcast.
Honestly, though, this episode has to be titled "Death and Taxes."
Death and taxes. What a fire name.
But yeah, that was this week's episode. We're at Highly Suspicious everywhere. Highly Suspicious Podcast as our confirmed Google search. And
Thank you, Pierce. For
follow us
pulling up.
everywhere. Thanks for pulling up.
having me.
First guest of season 8.
The crispest apps
There we go.
on the microphone.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. I will be back soon.
Next week on the podcast, is it a person's responsibility to stand up for what they think is right?
Oh.
I would say so.
Stand on business.
See ya.